أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولئن أذقنا الإنسان منا رحمة ثم نزعناها منه إنه ليئوس كفور ولئن أذقناه نعماء بعد ضراء مسته ليقولن ذهب السيئات عني إنه لفرح فخور إلا الذين صبروا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين ولئن أذقنا الإنسان منا رحمة ثم نزعنا منه إنه ليئوس كفور. If we give man, insan, human, the taste of minna rahmah, our mercy, ثم نزعناها منه, then take it away from him. إنه ليئوس كفور, he becomes highly desperate, very desperate, ليئوس كفور, and ungrateful, utterly ungrateful. So bu's and taba'us, these are the things that the Prophet ﷺ has sought refuge from. Losing hope, that is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dislikes for a believer. So losing hope is something that we seek refuge from. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that if we give human being a taste of our mercy, which means that we give some blessing to them, then take it away from them. They become they lose all hope and they become ungrateful. How do they become ungrateful? They start questioning the will, command, wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start saying that, why does it happen to me? Why am I the one that Allah puts in to so much trouble? They forget about all the goodness that Allah ever did to them. And our lifestyles are such that we are so used to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so habitual of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that if it is interrupted by few minutes or hours or a few days of hardship only in one aspect of our lives, we start to become ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah has created us, Allah has given us all a good working body, all the organs within it are working, we are using that. Allah gave us parents, Allah gave us food to eat, Allah gave us clothing to wear, and Allah also gave us profession, we are earning through it. Now if in all of these things, Allah gave us family, Allah gave us children, Allah gave us a house, all of those things, they are the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are so habitual of it that we have started thinking that we are entitled to it. It is all of it is our right. And in one of these aspects, or in one of the hundreds and thousands and millions of mercies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if there is a decrease in only one aspect, one dimension, we forget about all the other blessings that we are living in that moment. And we start to question and become ungrateful for that one thing that we do not have. That one thing that we expect from Allah to give us and we don't have. And looking at that, we forget about all the other mercies that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done and Allah is continuously doing to us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this is the way human beings are. Hasty and forgetful. وَلَئِنْ أَذَقْنَاهُ نَعْمَاءَ, and if we give him a taste of comfort, na'ma, blessings from us, بَعْدَ ضَرَّاءَ, after a hardship, بَعْدَ ضَرَّاءَ مَسَّتْهُ, after a hardship has touched him, لَيَقُولَنَّ, he says, ذَهَبَ السَّيِّئَاتُ عَنِّي, evils have gone away from me forever. إِنَّهُ لَفَرِحٌ فَخُورٌ, and he will become over exulting, boastful. So if that one thing that they are looking for, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows His mercy and gives it to them, they forget about all who do they belong to, who has created, who has given it to them, and start to do kufr with the very one who gave it to them, thinking that this is my ownership, this is what I am entitled to, this is what is my rightful ownership thing to own, and I have it. And then they forget about everything else, so forgetful that they indulge in the very mercy of that one so much that they forget about the one who gave it to them. So our cars, our houses, our families take us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our children, our wealth, all of that, our sleep that has been given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the way of human beings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, except those who are patient, who do sabr. So here we understand the meaning of sabr. What is the meaning of sabr? Sabr or patience is being steadfast on the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being always mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no matter what the situation is. If the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to do something, if it is a time of hardship, we'll still do it. If it is a time of happiness, we'll still do it. On the day of our marriage, we'll pray Isha. On the day of if somebody dies in our family, we'll still pray Isha. The command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not change. And our mind, our focus should not shift away towards the temporary happiness or the sadness or our loss. We should, the people who are great, who are praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, are those who are constant in their action. Al-istiqamah fawqa al-kiramah. Somebody who is doing something perpetually and steadfast, they are regular on it, they are much better than all sorts of karamat, all sorts of supernatural things. This is the biggest thing that you have to do. Whatever you are doing, the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be steadfast on it. That is what is praiseworthy in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. And with sabr, with patience, they keep on doing the good deeds. The salih a'mal, the good deeds, the things that they are supposed to do, and this also includes staying away from what they are supposed to stay away. These people keep on doing it. أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ مَغْفِرَةٌ. Such are those people. Those are the people for whom Allah has decided His forgiveness. And not only maghfirah, but وَأَجْرٌ كَبِيرٌ. Not only will their sins be forgiven, but they will get a great reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A grand reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a great reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what Allah wants us to do. Not be forgetful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and keep on doing what Allah wants us to do, no matter how we feel, no matter what is going on inside or outside. Keep on doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to do. The other thing that should be mentioned here is in Ma'arif, Hazrat Mufti Shafi Sahib has written that Adhaqnahu means give a taste, Zaiqa, which means that everything that happens in this world is temporary. Herein is a hint that it's not like, a full meal or the full blessing. All of that, the real happiness is in the Jannah. The real sadness, the utter disappointment and unhappiness is in the hellfire. May Allah protect us. All of these things are very small tastes of the real deal, very small previews of the real deal. Imagine your saddest day where you lost hope, where you had no hope, where life seemed black and dark. Jahannam, the hellfire, is a place of much more sadness. How much more? No comparison. Infinitely more, an infinitely higher level of sadness than your saddest day of this world. And Jannah is infinitely happier, a happier place than your best day of life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an understanding. All of these are little small samples so that we may be reminded of the real deal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always keep us on the right track. Allahumma ja'alna min ahli al-Qur'an alladhi ahluka wa khassatuk. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'ul alim wa tub alayna innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi sayyidina wa nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amin.